Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this episode, we're going to review what happened or what didn't happen in the GTA for the real estate market in February. But first, let's talk about these tariffs. Today, March the 4th, marks the first day of the tariffs that the Trump administration has put onto Canada, Mexico, and additional tariffs on China. What a freaking mess. I just finished watching Justin Trudeau looked very angry and has marked retaliatory tariffs on the US. So what this means, guys, it's going to be a bumpy ride for both sides of the border. Now, how long is this bumpy ride going to last? No one knows. We all hope that it's short-lived, and with anything historic like this that's happened, hopefully it will, we can rebalance ourselves, renegotiate. That's just the hopes that we can renegotiate and get things back on track. But right now, there is uncertainty, which usually happens when something like this or something of this impact happens. And we're just going to have to wait and see. So these updates are going to be extremely important, and we will update you as the days progress on what's happening in the markets, as I'm sure some of you are looking to buy a home or perhaps sell a home. So these are all very key information that you do want to know. But also another thing I'm going to talk about a little later in this episode is that how we're seeing an influx of power of sales, guys. There's some really, really sad stories out there. And some people forget to realize that there's actually real human beings that are losing their life savings. And I'll just show you a few just a little later in this video. But first, let's get to the market impacts of February. All right, so this chart analyzes what listings are selling over asking versus selling under asking. And what I mean by asking, I'm referring to the list price. So as you can see, the trend from January 2024 to February of 2025, you're seeing that I'd say a good 3/4 of the listings are selling below the list price. Gray is selling at asking price. So you'll notice that the spring market, you're seeing more selling at asking price. So spring market would be your March and April months and May. Those are historically the busiest times of the year. And then the dark blue is selling above asking, which has definitely diminished as we've moved through 2024 into 2025, because there's just fewer listings selling above. Okay. Okay, so I like this chart just to show our price trends. So this is showing medium sale price by property type, and this is for January 2024 till February of 2025. And you can see in all the property types, let's not look at co-op apartments, but everything else, you're definitely seeing flat line in price appreciation. I mean, if there is price appreciation, it's very minimal. It's about, the detached looks like it has the greatest appreciation, definitely under the 5%. And in this example here, we're seeing attached row townhouses. Seems like it went down really minimal, like 1%. But just to reference that this chart is the GTA as a whole, to give you an example of where home prices are. And in my last video, I did talk about if you bought a house last year and you're looking to increase the value or the list price this year, you have to have done something to the property to improve its value, because we're not in those years in 2021, 2022. My point is you have to be listed very well. And this is also a very similar chart, but it's a line chart just to show you a little bit. You can see it a little bit clearer, and it also has the price points on the left-hand side on where the medium sale prices have been going for the GTA from January 2024 till February of 2025. And you'll see the detached have the greatest incline as we move through from, I'd say, January to the end of February. It has been moving slightly up, but again, nothing substantial. And right here, the condo apartments, they're flatlined. I mean, in some areas, it's actually gone down. So again, a disclaimer, this is like a generalization of the GTA as a whole. All right, look at these active listings by property type. Look at that. Again, this is normal for spring market. The most of the activity happens during the spring markets, March, April, May. And yes, you're definitely seeing an incline. Sellers, you have competition. And over here, I think, yeah, look at this. March, April, May of 2024. There goes the incline here. And then it kind of stayed and then it dropped in, it looks like, I guess this would be your summer holidays. Yeah, summer holidays. And then September, you get that little bit of a bump in inventory again, and then it drops down. A lot of people take off their homes off the market in December, which is great for a seller because you have less competition. But let's look at the next slide. All right, I really like this just to kind of show how the market's moving. So for February, we have active listings of 75.61%. And 4.3% sold in the first week. And in the second week, another 5.81% sold, and sold in the third or fourth week, 2.29, and sold on the same day, 0.15, and 11% or 11.85 got taken off the market, guys. This is just to show you how slow things are going, and you really need to be priced well. I wasn't lying when I said 1 in 10 homes are selling. In some areas, it's 2 in 10 houses are selling. So let's look at January. It has a little bit more data. Let me see what it says. 45.55% of listings are still active, and 0.01% sold after 2 months. Sold in first week, 5.37%. Okay. And over here, sold in the third or fourth week, 9.78%. So I do want to bring to your attention a lot of listings, probably 3/4 of the listings actually relist to get a new MLS number and refresh the days on the market. So it's really not telling the complete story in this, but it's giving you a really good idea to show you how the market's moving. And when you are listing, you definitely want to be priced aggressive compared to your competitors if you need to get sold. And for the buyers, just to show you how much negotiation you really have. This is a slow moving market right now. All right, so again, for the GTA, we've seen a median price of 1,270, and the prior month was 1,240,000. So we're seeing a difference of 2.4% increase, which is good, and it was expected because February basically starts the spring market, and transaction volume, you'll notice as well, that's increased by 11.9% from 1633 to prior month of 1459. Median list price has also, it's actually gone down by 1.6% because sellers that are realistic and motivated are looking at the data and they're listing accordingly. And of course, we are also seeing an influx of listing from the month prior. So we're seeing an 8.3% increase in inventory from last month. So what do you think about those statistics? I really like showing charts because I feel that when you present it to people, it'll stick better than just reading an article and saying, oh, things are slow. I mean, now at least it puts things into context. Um, I do, hopefully, I'm a little optimistic that the March overview will be better than February, because at the end of the day, there's still people that need to make a move, whether it's financial or family situational changes. Lots of multi-generational homes as well. That should be another video for episode to discuss. But now let's talk about power of sales, guys. There's an influx coming in, and some people are talking about it. And these power sales, there's a big difference between what people bought for back in the popular years 2022, which was the peak of the market, right? And to what the value of the properties today. There's people that actually have mortgages more than the current home value of their home today. Guys, this is so sad. There's people's life savings that have just been taken away from them. And I often hear people say this to me, when they dropped rates so low, you could have got a mortgage rate under 1%. The government was reassuring people that don't worry, we're stimulating the economy, we're not going to increase rates. Well, of course, we all know what happened. They've increased rates, and when they increased it significantly through numerous interest rate hikes. And it swallowed some people, and this was expected. People that were over leveraged, that didn't plan out for an increase in rates so aggressive, they fell back on payments. And the lenders, they want their money. So they're taking the home back. And what they're doing is they're recouping their loan and any delinquent payments that were made. And now we're seeing double the amount of power sales in Ontario. And let me just show you one, or actually, I'll show you a couple, just to show you how significant of a price differential from when the people bought versus what the value is worth today. All right, let's take a look at this power sale in Brampton. There's that year again, 2022 of February. This buyer bought this property for 1.8 million, and then they fell in their payments and it became a power sale, and it sold November of 2024 for $1,280,000. That's a total of $520,000 differential. So this is a very sad scenario. It's a home in Oshawa. The home's value dropped by $800,000 in 2 years. So it looks like these people bought the home. Yep, there you go. It's that 2022 year. And they actually lost the home, and it went power sale and ended up selling for $1,750,000 in May of 2024. This is terrible. My heart goes out to people, and someone sought the opportunity and bought this house. My first impulse is to feel very sad for those sellers because they probably lost everything. And that's what happens when you have an economy where it's just wonky. It's just from one extreme to the next. And I do understand that some sellers look at it and say, my mortgage is higher than the value of today for my home. And with bankruptcy comes with implications as well. But all in all, I hope you enjoyed this episode and it was entertaining for you. And I hope you get a better grasp of the market and where we are today. I really, really encourage people that are looking to make a move in 2025, whether to buy and sell, that you need to be watching how the market is moving along, especially with these tariffs that have just been announced. And we will be, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, providing more updates to how the market is responding. And if you guys have any questions about future topics that you would like us to discuss, please let us know. And if you feel that this video will help someone you know, please share it with them. Thanks again for watching my video. Wish you guys a great day.